John Cena has been on a mission ever since he announced that he is retiring right before 2026. John Cena, his farewell tour has been very, very controversial. A lot of people so far have mixed opinions on how John Cena's farewell tour has been, and a lot of mixed opinions on how John Cena's title reign has been as well. And in today's video, we're going to be predicting how the real last champion's title run before he retires. Who will his opponents be at these premium live events? I'm not going to lie, he's set to appear on a lot of SmackDowns and Monday Night Raws as well, but I'm going to be honest here, I don't think we're going to see John Cena just appear on live television on a Monday Night Raw or a Friday Night SmackDown. I think all of John Cena's matches as the WWE Champion, all of the upcoming premium live events for the rest of the 2025. So let's get right into this. Obviously, we started out the title reign, John Cena's first title defense at this past Backlash, and a lot of mixed opinions about Randy versus John Cena, the one final time. I grew up on this feud, and I was genuinely very excited on what the match was going to be. Sadly, I kind of had a good prediction of how it would end, though. I mean, take away the ending of the John Cena versus Randy Orton match, I think it was a great match, especially, speaking on since John Cena really can't go that far in the ring anymore. Randy Orton can still kick ass in the ring, but I feel like they did great with what they had left in the ring, with a near the end John Cena and with a still in his prime Randy Orton. I think they did great. I thought the spots were really good. But yes, the ending, I feel like, even in my opinion, I didn't like the ending. I thought it was almost copy and pasted of WrestleMania 41 with the Cody Rhodes match where Travis Scott came out. Obviously, it was a little bit different, but just being able to predict it, like, it was basically the same way how it ended as the WrestleMania 41 main event. This video isn't supposed to be grading matches. I just wanted to talk about the Randy match just because it actually happened. But everything further on from this match in particular is just going to be strictly predictions. So yes, and obviously John Cena defeated Randy Orton with the help of R-Truth, and that leads me to the next opponent at this upcoming Saturday night's main event. We got John Cena versus R-Truth. Now, I think this makes a lot of sense, and you can even say that they've been pre-planning this from after last year's WrestleMania, where I was there on the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania, and John Cena actually helped out R-Truth and The Miz in a tag team match where R-Truth kind of made it as a surprise appearance that John Cena, that their mystery tag team partner was going to be someone that you can't see. Everyone was saying little Jimmy, of course, but John Cena helped out R-Truth a little over a year ago, and R-Truth is still defending John Cena even despite him turning heel and trying to ruin pro wrestling. And in R-Truth's defense, he helped John Cena get the win against Randy Orton without R-Truth interfering and distracting Randy Orton. John Cena may not be the WWE champion, and we may have seen Randy Orton get the 14th time or the 15th time. I forget which one, but Randy Orton, he's getting up there to almost match John Cena, and R-Truth made sure that didn't happen. So I think it's only right, and it makes sense for this upcoming Saturday night's main event that R-Truth and John Cena for the WWE Championship, bringing it back to 2011 Capital Punishment. I mean, that was 14 years ago. That's crazy. And we're going to recreate that in this. It's crazy that we're able to recreate that in John Cena's final run in the WWE. Right after Saturday night's main event, not too far afterwards, but we got Money in the Bank. And when you think of John Cena at Money in the Bank, who do you think of? If you ask me, I'm thinking of John Cena versus CM Punk 2011. And what better way than to recreate this amazing match that John Cena and CM Punk had in 2011. Let's recreate it. Even though CM Punk was the heel back then, he was actually like the baby face, because I think it was in Chicago, I believe. CM Punk was heavily favored in the 2011 matchup with John Cena and him. But this time around, John Cena is the certified heel, and CM Punk is the ultimate babyface. And may I add, Randy Orton wasn't able to get John Cena the real heat that he should be getting. I think if you pair up CM Punk and John Cena And it's going to be in LA. I know it's not going to be in Chicago, but who doesn't love CM Punk? And I don't think John Cena, despite the nostalgia effect that John Cena is bringing in every time he shows up, where the crowd is literally apologizing to him and, saying that he can wrestle when the joke is that he can't wrestle. I think if you pair up CM Punk against John Cena, I think John Cena will actually get booed the entire night. I think there's no question. CM Punk, when it comes to die-hard wrestling fans, he's one of the top guys one of the top fan favorites of all time, if you ask me. It seems like whenever CM Punk is in any situation, like you saw with the Seth Rollins Roman Reigns triple threat match, like despite Rollins talking the truth about CM Punk and him leaving and bashing the company, the crowd can't help but chant CM Punk's name and just love CM Punk. They love who he is. And I think CM Punk, not only does it make sense to have these two go one-on-one after CM Punk has called out John Cena already, and he also called him out right after Backlash when he beat Randy Orton, I think it's only right we need John Cena to get this real heat, and I feel like CM Punk, the undeniable, ultimate babyface effect that he brings to the WWE universe, that's how you do it. You gotta pair him up. You gotta pair up Cena with someone who is undeniably going to get cheers, and John Cena will finally get heavily booed out the arena. Believe it or not, right after Money in the Bank, it's already SummerSlam. And guys, hear me out one sec. I know this superstar that I'm about to name, he's in a weird mix right now. It seems like they don't have a big angle for him. He's kind of being involved in a few other superstars right now. Actually, the IC Championship, we've been teased over the last few weeks on Monday Night Raw. But let's recreate the 2016 SummerSlam where John Cena took on the face that runs the place, AJ Styles. John Cena versus AJ Styles in 2016, I didn't watch it when it first happened. I actually watched it not too long ago because I heard so many people say how great John Cena, he pushed his limits in his match against AJ Styles. And also in the match that they had at Royal Rumble as well. I believe it was the year after. I think it was 2017. But John Cena and AJ Styles, people say that's one of John Cena's biggest feuds of all time. Now, if you look back at John Cena's career, John Cena has feuded with some of the biggest names of all time. I mean, like we mentioned him in the beginning of the video, Randy Orton, that in itself, their feud has been going on for years, several years. But AJ Styles and John Cena, it was, a 2-year thing or something along the lines? That's kind of when I fell out of pro wrestling. So I don't know the exact timeline right there, but John Cena and AJ Styles, the fact that it has that high of a praise that it's one of John Cena's greatest feuds of all time is crazy. And I think it's because AJ pushed John to higher limits. Like, it forced John to kind of take a step further into his bag to where John Cena couldn't do just the 4 moves of doom. Obviously, John Cena is going to still do that, but I saw like a lot of different things in that match, in the SummerSlam match in 2016 alone, that I've never seen from John Cena. And I thought it was a great technical John Cena match. John Cena isn't the best technician, but I think we can get a great showcase against AJ Styles. And let's bring AJ Styles into the title picture. One of the last times he announced that he wants to retire in the next 2 to 3 years. So not only can we recreate this 2016 SummerSlam banger matchup between John Cena and AJ Styles, but it brings AJ Styles into a #1 contending, potentially knocking off John Cena, as not only does it bring AJ Styles back into the title scene, maybe the last time in his career for the main title, for the WWE Championship, but I feel like it will also get to see a great technical match for John Cena's farewell tour. And may I add, maybe the greatest in-ring perspective match that John Cena could deliver on his farewell tour. And these are all just predictions. I just think a lot of these matches that we might be seeing could be recreations of past feuds that John Cena has had, some of his bigger feuds, such as John Cena and AJ Styles for this PLE, that this is one of my predictions, and also CM Punk and John Cena. I mean, we already had Randy Orton and John Cena. It looks like R-Truth and John Cena is going to be coming up as well. It's a lot of previous feuds that John Cena has had. And not only could this make a lot of sense for SummerSlam, but there's a lot of history there already. And AJ Styles is in this weird mix with Karrion Kross, saying that Karrion Kross telling AJ Styles, do it for all the wrestlers in the back. John Cena wants to ruin pro wrestling. AJ Styles, maybe this could be his point across to Karrion Kross that he could save pro wrestling by possibly defeating John Cena and ending John Cena's run of him trying to ruin professional wrestling as the real last champion. The next PLE, we have Clash in Paris, and I was torn between quite a few different superstars for this one. Obviously, this is going to be in Paris. It's not going to be in Glasgow, Scotland. I was originally going to pick Gunther for this one, but then I was like, no, hold on one sec. This superstar in particular has called out John Cena quite a few times, and they haven't even had an interaction yet, which is kind of surprising, and it's leading me to think that they will eventually have an interaction, and Clash in Paris is quite a few months in advance from the current time that I'm recording this video. So I think when Clash in Paris comes, I think we might be able to see somehow WWE pair up John Cena and Drew McIntyre in a one-on-one match. Obviously, Clash in Paris, it's not in Scotland. People might be saying Clash in wherever it's at. I think a lot of people might be confused by this one because this is towards the end of John Cena's run, if we're being honest here. I think this is in September or late August, I believe. So we're kind of dwindling down to the very last few people. And I don't think we're going to get any rematches. I think we might be only getting one rematch. And I will get to that in the end of the video. I feel like Drew McIntyre and John Cena is a perfect matchup. Not only has Drew mentioned John Cena so many times, but I think it'll really, especially the way the current state of Drew McIntyre right now, he needs that extra push, man. I mean, the fact that we have to say that in 2025 when he had a historic run in 2024 and in 2025 too. I mean, it's been kind of lackluster from a creative standpoint for Drew McIntyre, but dude, 2024, Drew McIntyre could have been the top dog, the top star in WWE, if you ask me. There was no other good heels in the beginning of 2024. Drew McIntyre, when it comes to being on social media, staying in character on social media, and also just being a fantastic character on screen, on television. Drew McIntyre, I feel like if WWE had any way to apologize to Drew McIntyre, it would be having him go up against John Cena. Now, I don't know how they could make them cross paths. Drew McIntyre is on SmackDown and so is John Cena, but how can they make this make sense? How could Drew McIntyre step right alongside John Cena in the ring, possibly interrupting maybe a promo of John Cena's? But how can they make it make sense? How can they make Drew McIntyre a valid opponent for John? I don't have that at the moment, but do I think Drew McIntyre deserves a shot to be in a one-on-one match on John Cena's final run in the WWE? Hands down, yes. It's crazy to think about this, but the next PLE is Crown Jewel, and we're really dwindling down here to the very last PLEs of John Cena's farewell tour. And remember, Crown Jewel, it's champ versus champ. It's the World Heavyweight Champion versus the WWE Champion, and they fight for the Crown Jewel title. And I think when we get to this point in time, this champion, this guy will become world champion at this point, especially at the rate that he's at right now. He's currently running one of the brands on WWE. I got John Cena against Seth Rollins. I think this would be a fantastic show. I mean, Seth Rollins deserves to get his one-on-one match against John Cena, hands down. If you just look at upcoming of Seth Rollins, right when he sold out to the Shield, Seth Rollins and John Cena had so many matches, and may I add, they had great matches. Like, that was prime Seth Rollins before any injuries. Not saying Seth Rollins can't still go in the ring, but Seth Rollins was a lot more acrobatic and agile. And John Cena, just like with AJ Styles, I feel like Seth Rollins really pushed John Cena to have a fantastic technical match. And I like that a lot of these superstars, I feel like, are going to push John Cena to have a way better match than just the 4 moves of doom. And yes, I think Seth Rollins, at this point at least, we're heading towards the end of John Cena's run. So we're talking a few months in advance as I currently film this video. I think Seth Rollins must be the World Heavyweight Champion as he's in this dominant faction. And by this point, when Crown Jewel hits, I think Sami Zayn will be a part of that faction with him, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman. I think Seth is going to have this dominant faction, and Seth Rollins wants to help build the future of the WWE, while John Cena wants to ruin professional wrestling in general. So honestly, it makes sense, and they already have past history amongst each other, and they can easily have it make sense currently, as John Cena's objective is to ruin wrestling, and Seth Rollins wants the future to flourish in pro wrestling. Now, Survivor Series is the second to last PLE before John Cena is said and done. Actually, this is the last PLE that John Cena will be at. Saturday night's main event doesn't technically count as a premium live event. I was torn because will John Cena be in the traditional Survivor Series match, or will John Cena just defend the title? Like how we had Roman Reigns defending the WWE Championship at Royal Rumble in 2024. Will we see John Cena defend the title in a normal one-on-one match at Survivor Series? I went with the one-on-one match. I think John Cena will defend it one-on-one, and I haven't named this guy yet. At this point in the video, I feel like some people are going to be like, how haven't you named this one superstar yet? They've had so many great matches late 2010s and early 2020s, and I gotta go with John Cena against Roman Reigns for the WWE Championship. Is it an odd choice to place it on the show? 100%. Now, when I name all these PLEs, I'm trying to hit the nail right on the head. I'm trying to have the predictions be right for each PLE. Also, I just want these superstars that I name to be right in the predictions as well. Not necessarily does it have to be these exact PLEs, but I think these are going to be the superstars that will be a part of John Cena's farewell tour and his real last champion title defenses. You gotta have Roman Reigns in there, especially the current state of that Roman Reigns is in. Is he going to try and take down Seth Rollins with CM Punk? Are we going to see like an alliance for the next few months as I currently film this video? Or at this point, because Survivor Series is late November, it's literally a few weeks prior to John Cena's final match in the WWE that he will ever have ever. I think it's only right that Roman Reigns gets his opportunity as well against John Cena. Now, I don't think everyone that I named for every single PLE previously and this one as well, I don't think John Cena's losing any of these. I will get to the next match, which will be at Saturday night's main event in Boston, December. It will be John Cena's last match. So, yes, for Survivor Series, I got John Cena against Roman Reigns for the WWE Championship, still with John Cena holding on to that WWE Championship. John Cena's final match in December at Saturday night's main event in Boston, in the TD Garden, where my Knicks are currently going to beat the Boston Celtics and go to the Eastern Conference Finals and then go to the NBA Finals. Sorry, just had to throw that in there. But John Cena, I genuinely believe John Cena's final match will be against Cody Rhodes. There is no one better to have John Cena lose to. Yes, I think John Cena will lose to Cody Rhodes. I don't think John Cena is going to retire with the title, only because how are they going to make that work? I know a lot of people said that there was rumors that they're going to bring a brand new championship, but what does that even do? What is that supposed to do? So John Cena has the final reign with the WWE Championship, but like, I don't see how that really makes any sense. Why not pass the torch in John Cena's final match? Basically, this entire year of 2025, he had this entire year to beat every single superstar that he's come face to face with. So I think it's okay for John Cena to lose his final match. And I can't speak for John, obviously, but I think John Cena would want to hand over the torch to Cody Rhodes, as Cody Rhodes is currently, this day and age, John Cena. As much as people might not want to see it that way, Cody Rhodes is easily the mega babyface that John Cena once was. Currently, he's a massive heel, but we all know John Cena deep down and outside of the ring. John Cena is an awesome, amazing human being, and I could definitely see him wanting to give the final match to Cody Rhodes and him having that huge moment. But in the same sense, I don't know if the crowd will like it, especially in Boston, especially where John Cena is from, Massachusetts. It's going to be a John Cena heavy crowd. Will Cody Rhodes be a good matchup for John Cena in his last match when it's going to be held in Boston, Massachusetts, where Cody Rhodes was already booed in Las Vegas at WrestleMania 41, where John Cena was supposed to be what he currently is, a massive heel, but it seems like it's not working. It's not working for the WWE universe. And I really don't think it's going to work in his final match. If it's in Boston, Massachusetts, I don't care who you put up against him. Like I said previously, CM Punk, I think, will give John Cena the boos that he deserves at Money in the Bank, but we're talking about Boston. We're talking about John Cena's hometown, basically. I think even if you put CM Punk in John Cena's final match, I don't think it would matter. I think people would boo CM Punk for the first time in ages. I don't see how they're going to make it to where John is going to be a heel on his final match. I don't know. Will he retire as a heel? Will he retire and turn babyface in his final match? I don't see. It's very strange. I don't know how they're going to make this work in several different ways. How are they going to have the fans hate him if he's still a heel? How are they going to make John Cena turn into a babyface? Is John Cena going to retire with the WWE Championship like he said that he was going to do? There are so many different routes that WWE, the time is ticking. The clock is ticking. I don't know what they're going to do when it comes to crunch time, when it comes to November, when it comes to October. What are they going to do? Are they coming up with everything on the fly? Do they have a set plan for John Cena in his final run, especially with the last remaining few months left? It's on its way. December is going to fly by. We are going to get to John Cena's final match sooner than you think. Like, the summer is basically here. And if just a few months ago, it felt like the summer was going to take forever to get here. Well, the summer's here, and we're almost done with John Cena's final run in the WWE. There's so many different ways to think about this. This is my whole entire prediction of how I think John Cena's final run is going to be, and also who I think John Cena will face during his WWE title run. There's so many different options. Let me know down below who you got for each PLE, or who is your most anticipated matchup that John Cena could have on his final run in the WWE. Everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe, drop a comment down below, and leave a like. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.